Hey guys, welcome back to Burner Brother Antiques. This morning's coffee talk. I don't know what we're going to get into, but it's going to be fun. Let's go. All right, so Josh, coffee talk, man. Everybody's been asking, "Where's Josh? Where's Josh?" We ghosted you on Friday.
We wanted to
ghosted him.
Well, I told Josh we was gonna have to reintroduce him this week.
Oh, I heard all about it. This is Josh. If you guys forgot, this is who Josh is.
New guy.
New guy in the
Always
crew.
gonna be the new guy.
Seriously though, you had a great
had a
graduation.
big week, man. It was
Yeah,
fun.
huge week. It was awesome.
My twins graduated and had their graduation party. It was fun. Had a great weekend, and probably 5 different graduation parties that we went to, and just a fun weekend. It was fun to celebrate the kids and have everybody over. It was a good time.
It was a good party too. Everyone showed up. They had a lot of people there, a lot of their friends, and it was a good time.
Well,
it really was.
What they had too was a obstacle course bouncy house.
Yeah.
Josh challenged his daughter.
No, she challenged me.
Or she challenged you.
So they get there, it's like, 9 o'clock in the morning, they're setting it up, and they get it all set up. Guy tells me, all right, anything happens, just unplug it, it'll collapse, it'll be fine. Like, all right, so they leave, and Scout's looking at me, and she goes, "You want to race?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." So we got in there, and I let her say go. And when you first go in the bouncy house, or obstacle course, there's these 3 tubes, and you could either go through them or over them. So she tries to go through, and I try to go over, and I land on them, and it squishes her. So she's pinned underneath, and I'm like climbing over. She's like, "Get off of me!"
She got stuck. Josh smashed his daughter.
I won.
Josh won.
Went over the wall.
Whatever you got to do to win. Can't let
right.
your kids outdo you.
When I went over the wall, on the back side of the wall, because it's like a climbing wall, and then you go over however you want to go over. Well, I just went over, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot bigger fall than what I thought it was going to be."
Yeah.
Landed down there, crawled out. But yeah, champ.
Josh the champ, official. Boom.
It was fun. And then we had a cotton candy machine.
Oh yeah,
How about that?
That was a huge hit.
That was really cool. Their idea. I was like, graduation, who gets a cotton candy machine
And
a bouncy house?
Obstacle.
Yeah,
course.
that's like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old party.
Well, I know.
But it was fun. We had a blast.
I was there earlier in the week, probably Tuesday afternoon or so, and I looked at the barn, and Josh said, "I'll have this ready by Saturday."
Yeah,
I said, "Saturday of when? Next month?"
You probably couldn't see 2 square foot of the barn.
No. I said, "You could be working out here daylight to dark for the next."
That's where I was all week.
Okay, coffee
Got it all
talk
cleaned
question. Coffee talk questions. We're trying to answer questions in our coffee talk as part of what we do. If you guys don't know who we are, there's a lot of new viewers to our channel. Little background. That was one of the questions we had was, what all do you guys do? So, just do a quick run through. We own and operate the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. That's a 122,000 square foot antique center, largest in the country. 27-acre complex. We have almost 50 employees.
Yep, just under.
Great management, great staff. It's pretty awesome to be able to operate that, and we have approximately a little over 1,000 booths and showcases, approximately 700 vendors that rent from us and operate there. And a lot of them are full timers. People from all over the country have booths there. Yeah. So that's the first thing we do. Secondly, we own and operate Berners Auction Gallery, which we sell about 1,000 lots every Thursday at berners.com, berners.com. So we sell that. It's about 1,000 lots a week we sell there, and then we also have started on the Whatnot sales, and we're gonna probably hit close to 1,000 lots this week. It's a lot of volume on Whatnot now, and that's under Burner Brother Antiques channel. And on top of that, we do a lot of buying and selling and different things.
And all our side hustles.
And all of our side hustles. We flipped a lot of houses in the past.
Yeah, we still got yards on
the families and everything else.
You got an Airbnb. It's just constant.
Copper Top Farms, Airbnb.
Yeah, the Copper Top House on Airbnb.
Yep. So we just got lots of stuff. We're entrepreneurs, and we love to buy and sell stuff. Like I'm addicted. If I don't buy something every day, I get like shaky.
Gets a little nervous.
I get nervous. I got to buy something today.
We set up pretend buys for him.
Right. He doesn't buy jewelry. He starts getting, and he doesn't wear any jewelry.
I don't wear any jewelry.
Someone asked me that the other day. They're like, as much jewelry as Jacob buys, he doesn't wear jewelry. I was like, he couldn't wear all the jewelry he bought. He'd be covered. It'd be a mound.
So last week we did that 13,000 pounds of jewelry. We have over 10,000 pounds of it delivered. We went through 2 bags.
Yeah.
of hundreds.
Where's it all at? I haven't seen any of it yet.
Well, we'll have to go look.
Yeah, I'll have to show you this
It's in
pile.
one of the warehouses
Oh,
down there.
yeah,
It's
it's
a lot of jewelry. And what's the craziest thing is last Friday during our bulk jewelry sale, we went and got bulk jewelry, and it wasn't even that. It was like an old
It
group.
was a whole other pile.
The stuff we bought 10 years ago. So we
Well,
got a lot of
yeah,
volume.
we were getting the bulk jewelry sale ready, and you said, "Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go up for a half hour." And he left, and he came back, and he said, "You ain't gonna believe this." He said, "Come out to the truck." I went out there, and I said, "What?" He said, "Well, I bought some things." I opened it up, full of jewelry. I'm like, "Where'd you go get jewelry?"
Say it ain't so.
Well, I sold all that last night. So we sold it all. That group, the last group I bought, I did get sold last night. The good thing is I've got several more groups of jewelry to buy today. So I'm happy about that. Okay, questions. How old are you guys?
45.
48.
52.
He's over 50.
That's right. So I still have seniority.
He's a senior guy on the job.
He's senior guy.
Senior guy. Yeah.
It's a whole
You
new
don't
meaning
quite-
of senior, isn't
well,
it?
you don't get like the Buckeye discount or anything yet, do you?
No AARP.
So you're still- yeah, you're still a young guy.
You're a young guy still.
Yeah, I'm just old enough to be the senior guy that says, "Hey, show me how to do that."
My golly, you're pretty good at
pretty
that.
good at
Do
that.
that again.
Next question. Do you have more siblings? Yep. We got one more brother, Jason, and he would be in between Jimmy and I. So we're sitting youngest to oldest this way. And
We are, aren't we? I
We
didn't
are.
realize that.
We are.
Yeah.
Well, if you swapped, it would just be sitting the other way, youngest to oldest.
Sure, but we're this way youngest oldest.
And if we had Jason, he's being, what is Jason, 49? 50?
No, he's 50.
Oh, yeah, he turned 50, didn't he?
Yeah, he's 15 months behind me. So
Is he
just
51 or 50?
Turned, no, he'd be 51.
He's 51.
Because I
Whoa.
turned 53 in October.
We're getting old. I'll be 50 in a year and a month or two.
Not me.
Okay, good
Mine's
questions. Do you sell single earrings? That's a great idea. And does Lucas or Janet have a showcase at the Heart? Lucas does not have a showcase. Lucas is mostly concentrating on selling through the auction and through the Whatnot channels. Janet has a booth.
Yeah.
I don't remember her booth number. It's in building 7.
Go in building 7, left-hand side, go down, it's on the right.
There you go. Janet's booth.
Yeah, I forget the numbers.
Just ask them, hey, what's Janet's booth when you come to the mall? They'll get you there. What is Josh's go-to snack?
Man.
What's your go-to, Josh? This is a tough question here.
No,
He's a candy.
I'm gonna say I'm a sweet tooth. I love Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch
Sour
Kids.
Patch
Yeah.
Kids.
Did you notice we had them at the graduation?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jimmy's is definitely beef stick. Everybody said
Yeah.
that's already on there.
Yeah,
We know Jimmy's is
Yeah,
beef
Jimmy's
stick
beef
and
stick.
butterscotch.
I gotta watch myself. I eat so much candy. I had Jolly Ranchers. I went to a graduation party last night and they had jars of candy on every table, and there was Jolly Ranchers in front of me. I don't just like put one in and
You do
suck
the whole
on it.
handful, don't
No.
you?
No, I put it in, I chew it up.
Yeah, there's
and then I grab another.
Oh,
You were
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I was sitting here and there
How
was,
many did I eat?
Who was across from you though?
Me, you, and Frank.
Someone asked though. But someone asked you. There was a kid over there, and you undid the Jolly Rancher,
Oh.
put it in your mouth, and then
Undid another
you
one.
undid another one. He goes, that kid. He was like, "Did you already eat that Jolly Rancher?" He said, "Yeah, you chew them up." And he's like, "You don't chew Jolly Ranchers."
I do.
My go-to snack, probably pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
I'd say my other. This sounds well. Nah. Yours is probably pickles. I'll leave my other one out.
Uh-oh. What are you talking about? I've been eating Jimmy's beef sticks lately, though.
Oh,
A lot. He started bringing
Right,
those
that-
around.
that's- Oh, I could never afford beef sticks. Jimmy comes in.
Now he comes in and
Yeah, he's got
provides
that
it.
retirement money.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man,
Big bucks over
Bringing
here.
in beef
Well, speaking
sticks
of
at
those,
$10 a
Josh,
pack. I
someone might
can't
not
buy them.
know our old job. We used to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deputy sheriffs. These guys were both deputy sheriffs 18 months ago.
yeah. So this week,
Yeah.
June was always. I was a dare officer, and in June we started Safety Village, and we would run it for 3 weeks. And today is the first day of Safety Village, so I called my old partner, and my daughter's down there. She volunteers still, and she's done it for I don't know 8 or 9 years. But I called him. And I was like, "What are you doing?" So he was all jacked up, ready for Safety Village.
Safety
So
Village.
It's 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, and they bring in
Yeah.
basic safety concepts. It was a blast. That was probably the funnest part of my job. I really enjoyed
Those are
it.
good. Those
Yeah.
are good times there.
So here's a good one. will we ever get to meet Jimmy and Josh's wives on YouTube?
Maybe today.
If Emily shows up, she's supposed to be
Emily
coming.
went to get pig feed, and when she gets done getting pig feed, she's supposed to swing by.
She's supposed to swing by. And you've met Shannon a couple times now.
They met Shannon a couple times now last week. Yeah, because she's off now. You may see her a little more. She's a teacher.
She's a
now.
teacher and she's off for the summer.
So yeah, she was pricing stuff yesterday, getting ready for put stuff in the
Excited.
mall in her
Yeah.
booth.
What's really funny is she used
good.
to hate it when you would go out yard selling and all that stuff, and now she started doing it, and she's addicted
Oh,
now.
yeah.
She's like, let's go.
Oh yeah, I said actually we bought a group the other day and we got all in front of the garage piled up and I sent a picture out in the family chat and said it's an addiction.
All right, so next question. Have y'all thought of posting some of your items in the Buy It Now section of Whatnot shows? Yep, we thought about it. That's about it. We do post a little bit of our merch. We've had people ask for merchandise, so we've got some fun cups coming in, some fun shirts, and it's all locally made right here in Donaldsville, Ohio. We got some friends that own a company, and they're small company, so it takes them a little time to get stuff pushed out, but... yeah,
tote bags
The tote
are
bags
awesome.
are awesome.
So if you go antiquing, you need one of our tote bags.
yeah.
They're a
Pretty
great
cool.
size. You can get a lot of stuff in them. So
And our merch, we also have a merchandise page attached at the end of our YouTube, at the bottom of the YouTube channel
there?
here. Yeah, the BurnerBrotherAntiques.com has merch on it.
We actually used it the other day, Josh.
the tote bag.
Yeah, we took it to Goodwill with us.
I'm telling you, that thing's awesome. It's sturdy too.
Yeah, they are, and they're big.
Yeah,
and we can put a lot of stuff in them. And
Yeah, they're pretty nice. Okay, here we go. Next question. Who is the person that attaches the names of all the pieces? It's amazing when you rattle all the names and then say sold. Genius or geniuses? Learning as I go. Love the glass. Okay. Oh, Emily's here.
I bet it's in
Sky, it's okay.
biter.
you're in trouble.
It's
okay. Come here. All right. Well, anyway, we got Sky in the background.
Emily.
Hold on. Let's stop this for a sec.
Make sure it's Emily.
Make sure it's I think she's coming. Okay, so the names on all the stuff that if you're talking about when I just go through and I do the sold bins, most of that stuff I just rattle off what it is as I film it. Occasionally I'll look at a tag. If you're asking about who writes all those tags, and specifically every vendor is responsible for filling their own tags out, and so there's Emily. Emily, they all want to meet you. So every vendor is responsible for that, their own writing on the tag. And so if I don't understand what something is, a lot of times I'll just read the tag. But we sell quite a bit of stuff. In my life, I've sold millions of items, so I've got a pretty vast knowledge of most.
I say for the most part, you know what it is. It sounds amazing, and I'm still baffled by it sometimes myself, even knowing that the history and that you've done it your whole life. But anything I have, any piece of glass or anything, I know. Hey, I got to call Jacob. He'll know what this is. You're not one of those persons that say, "Hey, I know everything," but he knows a lot of stuff.
Well, I'm not a George. George knows everything.
Right, but
George is
you have
pretty
some
amazing.
background.
But I've done it for a long time, and I've sold. I mean, I've probably sold 20 million
come
items
over here,
in my life
Emily?
or something.
Yeah,
Emily, I want to meet
come
you.
here,
That was
Emily.
one of
Come
our
here.
questions. Is
Talking.
they wanted to meet Emily, so sit behind us right here, Emily. This is Emily, Josh's wife. She just got back from picking up the pig feed.
Yes.
All right, so Emily,
Never seen her before. That's good.
anything you want to add to who you are and what you do and whatever? Like tell
I'm
her.
Emily.
Yeah.
Married to this guy here, Josh. I'm a teacher, so I officially started summer break last week, but not really
What
because
do
we
you
had
teach?
to prep for a grad party. So now I'm on summer vacation. I teach a behavior resource room, a K through 2 multi-age behavior resource room.
It is something.
Yeah.
See and hear some wild things in that class.
Yeah,
All the
fun.
kids that have
Hey,
little
she's got
She does a good
patience.
job.
behavior
Oh, yeah.
issues.
Talking about having
Then
patience.
she comes home and deals with us.
That's why she's good at what she does.
She says it never changes. You have behavioral from 2 to 52.
So
Oh, that's so
that's what I
fun.
do.
That's what. Plus, you run
And
Copper
don't
Top
say she
Farms,
runs the Copper Top House.
and
Yeah,
you got
sure,
your
Airbnb.
flower. Tell them about you pick flowers that you
I
do
have
all
a
summer.
U-Pick flower farm. Just opens up in July through October. The flowers bloom, and you can go and 50 cents a stem. You can pick whatever you want, make your bouquet, and I have an honor system. And then I have little hours. I have a little
Yeah.
shop and some hours and stuff. And then
Well,
I
you-
do the Airbnb also. I take care of that and run
You
that.
hand plant every seed.
I hand plant every seed. And I
thought
roll
that
it
was
all
pretty cool.
out by at nothing, like everything. He tills it up. That's it. We
I
have a
till it.
tiller and a tractor.
That's my job.
So Emily's got like 6 jobs too.
Oh
like
my gosh.
she doesn't stop working.
She's always got something
I'm
going on.
busy. Yeah.
She likes to stay busy.
Well, she does stop if the mower hits a rock. I've seen that.
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah,
That did.
yeah. But that is partly because I was mowing in the dark.
It was
so-
dark. I said I'd stopped over to check out how the progress was going, and I said, "Where's Emily?" And I was like, "I hear a mower." And I look out there, and she's out in the pasture mowing, and Josh is sitting there. He goes, "Yep, there she is out there
I
getting
wanted
it
it
done."
done. I just wanted to be done Friday night. Like I wanted to get up Saturday morning and
Well,
All of a sudden
something
we heard
else
this
that you
big
did
noise.
recently that I thought was really cool. You had a lady come in and you guys did the glass tumbling, and then
Yes.
you made. Tell me
we
about
did
that.
night
It was-
lights. So sometimes I have friends that'll come and they can do their own little art and they'll teach a class. And so
They broke the glass, right?
yes, she
was
breaks it herself.
Yeah,
and then
she
tumbles
collects broken glass from wherever, any color. The more colorful.
Hey, we got plenty of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then
need
she
to
has a
check out
tumbler.
Make some more today.
Yeah. And she tumbles it all, gets it all smoothed out, and then she brings it and it's all sorted in the colors and you create whatever like picture you want, and then she has the resin, so she sets everything for you. So basically it takes about an hour and a half. You can come make a really cute picture of whatever you want, and you don't have to have all of the stuff.
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
the UV
I really
light,
liked it.
the
I thought it was
resin,
cool,
and-
and the finished product was really neat.
yes,
It's-
yeah.
And the other one was you guys did like a picture frame or a window. It had
The
crow
window
in
one's
it.
next week. Yeah, we're
That
gonna
was
make
really
it.
cool.
And we did a nightlight last time,
So
and
yeah,
then
if you're
this
looking for
week.
something to do with your broken glass, get into.
Yeah, you can YouTube
Tumble it
stuff.
out.
It's really and the tumbler I think she bought on Amazon, and
It was pretty cool.
yeah, she does it all herself, so it's really fun.
We can recycle all of our glass. Okay, here we go. Next question. We have how Jimmy fills his booth. That's a question. Jimmy, is that right? How Jimmy fills
Yeah,
his
how
booth?
Jimmy fills his booth. Well,
Just go to yard sales before you start work.
yeah.
That must have been the answer you said on there. So it was a question in there. It was probably a comment.
It was a comment. Yeah,
That was just a comment. Okay.
Because I don't just fill it with yard sales, because yard sales are actually just started up here within the last month around here.
You've got a 35-year-old collection of toys there.
Yeah.
You've always
I
had
mean,
a bunch
You
of.
bought it your whole life.
I bought
you
it
said you were
my
going to sell it when you
life.
retired.
I said I was
Yeah.
going to sell it when I retired, and that's basically how I filled it for the first year. Is
Yeah.
stuff that I've already had. And I've had it forever. Yeah, like and what I've done, not unlike Jacob, is he has huge warehouses that he's collected over the years. I have attic space and garage at my house that I've collected over.
It's all
the years.
relative. It's still a lot of stuff.
It's still a lot of stuff. But the whole time that I was in college and even in law enforcement doing that, I still bought things and just put them away. And I said when I retire, I'm going to sell all this stuff, and that's
Been saying it for years.
and that's what I'm doing right now. And buying stuff at yard sales.
So next question says, how does one accumulate that much jewelry? This is in reference to the 10,000 or 13,000 pounds we bought, that 10,000 of delivered. So the background, I tried to explain it a little bit on the video, was the lady actually was buying jewelry every day. She eventually wanted to open up an antique store or a jewelry store. And so she would buy jewelry every day. She'd go to yard sales, flea markets, thrift stores, travel from Florida to New York, Ohio, that whole triangle, constantly buying. She did it for around 20 years, picking up jewelry. So she was going to open a store, and then life changes, and it's just you get into something different things happen, and so she decided to sell it to us. We've been talking to her for probably 2 years now about buying this group, and it just happened that last week was the day. She said, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's go." So, with that being said, let me see what else we got here. Next question: can you share what you paid for all that jewelry, and did they have a dollar amount in mind before you made the offer? So I don't want to share what we paid for it because it's her private group
So you
and
throw her
financial
business
stuff.
out
I
there,
don't want to do that to somebody. But I will say this: that she did have an amount that she wanted. That we talked about it for a long time, and I told her this is what I would pay. Because I bought it by the pound, and so I said this is what I'll pay per pound.
And imagine that. We weighed every bag on a scale this.
Post office scale.
Jacob, who did the math on that for you?
I had to have Silka put it on a spreadsheet.
All right, I was saying, I'm hoping somebody a little bit better than us.
You did the math?
No, Silka came back, put it on a spreadsheet. It was funny that we wrote it all out on a box lid. So the lady that brought it, her daughters were with us, and they were just recording all the weights.
Yeah.
And so we were weighing, and they were recording. It was a good team effort.
Jimmy just stepped on the scale a few times just to mess with him.
Oh, I tried. He's like,
Amazing, that bag's 200 pounds.
Where do the bids that say competing bid come from on our weekly auction? So, so the burners.com auction, if you're watching that from the Invaluable platform, or go to burners.com, you watch our auction live on Thursdays when we're selling those 1,000 lots. If you're watching it, it'll say like a price, and then it'll say competing bid, competing bid, competing bid. So the way that happens is we've got several. You want to say something first?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I was hiccuping.
Oh, hiccup. I thought you wanted to say something. So
It's going out.
Yeah, this is your gig right here.
So on Thursdays we're
I was
selling.
trying to keep it quiet.
We're
So no one
selling.
would notice. But now I keep interrupted.
Have you lost your track yet? Thought
What are we
process.
talking about?
I have no idea.
Where'd we go?
So
On the website.
So what happens if you
Bids,
do
that's
watch
it.
the auction?
Hey,
It'll
competing
say
bids.
competing bid. It'll say like $100, $110, $120. That's when I'm clicking the mouse when it says competing bid. When I'm clicking the mouse, it's because we either have an absentee bid on it, we have a bid on a different platform. So if you're watching Invaluable platform, it'll say that competing bid. But Invaluable platform doesn't calculate any of the high bid platform bids or any of our absentee bids or any of our phone bids. And so when you see that competing bid, that is those bids from those other platforms. I'm integrating together on the fly on the computer as we're selling. So we use Invaluable to actually host the live auction. And everything else goes into that as it's happening. So the Invaluable bids, Invaluable itself puts those bids on the computer. And I'm sitting here operating. If you've ever watched one of our videos where there's a computer screen open, we've got 4 screens open as we have our auctions. Lucas and I usually sit there and do them together. One screen is the Invaluable platform, and that's the one that I'm hitting to start the bids off with. So if Invaluable has a bid of $50 and we have an in-house bid of $70, then I'll go 50 on Invaluable, then hit 55, and that'll say competing bid of 55. And then Invaluable will come back in with a like paddle or something. I forget how it reads. And then if I go competing bid back and forth, and that's what that means. Competing bid are those bids that are left either by telephone, through high bid, or absentee bid in a different platform.
Now,
That's pretty cool. You see it
leading
start
on to
off
that,
really
though,
low, and then like your internet bid is it's like blink, 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 blink.
Right.
It's really cool. You sit there and watch it. And everything starts. It's all starting so low that.
Yeah, there's always a lot of bids on all of our stuff.
But then leading into that too, like if you left a bid of $100, it doesn't mean you're going to pay $100 for something. If it doesn't get to that point,
Yeah.
and it only gets to $70, it won't. It'll stop if you're the high bid at 70.
Yeah.
I mean, as people understand, just because I bid $100 doesn't mean I'm going to pay $100. But if you also bid $100 and someone bids $110, you're going to lose it by $10.
So I'll tell you what, the most frustrating thing our customers find is that they bid on something and they'll bid $100, and we might have 10 people bid $100 on an item, and 9 of them don't get it for that 100. They're all like, well, why didn't I get that? I bid 100. It's like, well, there's all these different bids, and I give priority to different systems. So our high bid in-house absentee bidding platform is our number one priority. So if there's a bid on these 3 different platforms of the same price, the absentee bids left in our high bid platform is the in-house bids that we get through high bid would be high priority. And that happens every single auction. There's people that are upset because they didn't get something and they thought they did. Yeah, just keep that in mind too. Does it always rain that much in Ohio?
Man,
did that day.
Well, not this week. Next 10 days, no rain.
Rain.
10 days.
We had
with no
enough.
rain.
What day was that, Jacob? Wednesday. Was it Wednesday we went and got all that?
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Yeah,
It
Wednesday
rained
night.
so
We had
hard.
enough Wednesday for a long time. It rained 2 inches in an hour.
Well, all the crops are in the ground right now, though, so
I'm
it's
happy.
been really
I didn't
good.
have to water it all.
The rain's been good for the past couple weeks.
May I ask you how much you paid for all this jewelry? Yes, you can ask. Well, I'm glad you made it back in time for Kate's sale. So is this still part of the £1 million? I'm not sure what that comment was about. I think it was probably some jewelry we're selling. It was that load. You're watching the video when I got back. I'm not sure. We did buy a lot of jewelry, and I did get it in Kate's sale, and Kate did an awesome job last week competing for that record on whatnot. And in my opinion, she got it.
I heard a little bit about that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, she had thought that she had to get to a certain number and to break that record selling, and then so she stopped. And she could have sold another 30, 40, 50 items pretty easy. Instead, she slowed down, started talking, and just kind of had fun. The bike was a Daisy. Okay, good Lord, was she a reseller, hoarder, or personal collector? That was in reference to the jewelry. I've went over that one, so let me skip that question. I can't figure it out. People like the Goodwill junk over the real antiques. Well, what I would say is that there's a lot of stuff in Goodwill that's really good, and there's everybody that's entering in this business enters at a different level. And a lot of people that start when they enter the business at Goodwill, they will eventually become like a specialist in a certain category. So I encourage people to, if you're starting in business, go to Goodwill. Great place to start. It's not a big time investment, and you can start learning how to operate the business. And so I think that there's a place for everybody in this business, whether you're dealing in $10,000 paintings or whether you're dealing in 25-cent pieces of costume jewelry. There's a place for everybody, and I always encourage everybody in the business, just do it.
I think you're right, though. I think people will appreciate the traditional antiques more after they're in it for a while.
Yeah. And that's what happens as they grow. So a lot of Shannon's that way already. She's like, this is all crap, and now she's in it and she's starting to buy it and sell it, and she's seeing, well, that thing over there brings $100 and the one I just bought only brings $5. Why is that one bringing $100? Now she's starting to investigate, starting to learn about it. And that happens. That's a natural process. So I encourage anyone that's wanting to get into buying and selling, reselling, just get in, and you'll find out where the river flows. You'll navigate through it, and you'll grow. And one day, your
personal interests start to show up in the things that you like or collecting.
Well, that's what she did at first. She likes dogs, so she started buying. Like every time she would see a little dog that was a good price, anything she'd buy it. Oh, dog. Yeah. Well, you like dogs, and if you find someone else that likes them, you can sell them. But what is the general population? What's most people looking for when they buy, sell stuff? And she's learning that now.
Yeah.
Like, what do people like? What can you sell in turn? Mm-hmm. If you're trying to do that, and then you don't have to buy something every time you go somewhere.
Well, what's crazy
That's
for
the
me
hard
is
part
like
to learn.
when I walk through the mall by myself, I look at things and I'm looking at specific things, and then I walk through with her, and she's showing me things. Oh, did you see this? It's a whole different level, and you go through and you look at the mall completely differently. So actually looking for other items that you're not used to looking for.
I tell people when they walk through the mall, and I do it, if you want to see the mall in a different perspective and see totally different things, instead of walking the mall left to right, go right to left. Reverse.
Switch it up and go the opposite way.
Walk the opposite
That's
way,
it.
and you will see totally different things.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I started sharing that with a lot of people that come in. They say, well, we went through once. I said, go the other way. And they're like, really? And I said, yeah, my brother does it all the time, and he's got me doing it now, and you'll see stuff completely different.
Yep.
Okay, do you think you should open up a special jewelry building? And then a smiley and laughing emoji. What's really interesting is a lot of people look at this big purchase of this jewelry and they're like fascinated, which it's a fascinating story. Don't get me wrong. But this is nowhere near the biggest group of stuff that I purchased as a whole. We did one deal that was 17 semi-loads out of Columbus, Ohio. And I did 13 semi-load deal out of Miami, Florida. We had to fly our crew down there and have them packed for 3 weeks, I think it was. Every day we had a semi coming and going. It was crazy. And we sell currently every Friday bulk jewelry. We're hitting 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of jewelry we sell every week already. So this for us it may seem like a huge, for a lot of people, like they wouldn't know what to do or how to do it, but we're pretty good at what we're doing. We got a way to move the merchandise.
I say the biggest thing is the outlet. Having the outlet for that type of stuff and that amount.
Yeah,
that's really
because that's
cool.
probably a big thing for people, like trying to figure out how to get an outlet for things.
Yeah.
Like you buy, I'm buying stuff. Now
We
what do I
still
do
push
with
a
it?
lot of stuff through the mall. There's every day there's things that we're pushing out and selling through the mall.
I would say this too, for people that are buying stuff and trying to get into it a little bit, maybe as a part-time or as a hobby or anything. A lot of people, they buy things and then they have a yard sale at the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clear out the things.
They clear out everything that they have, and they have their own yard sale and kind of price stuff and see what goes where and who buys it, and which is in their need. I like to do those.
I've always enjoyed buying the odd groups of people that most people can't comprehend how to buy, because I find that challenging. So, we were in Europe one time, and a guy had a basement full of antiques. I mean, thousands of pieces in his basement, and no normal person would buy like a basement full of antiques in a different country where how you gonna get home? How you gonna pack it? What are you gonna do? So I'm like, oh, let's do it. I can figure this out. So we ended up buying an entire basement out of a garage or out of a house in Germany. The guy was an antiques dealer, and he had piled stuff up. It was like for years. And
Didn't
just
you take
piled.
it back to your in-laws' garage? Like you didn't. There's like several.
Yeah,
different-
there was like several steps. So we loaded up. I almost died that day. First off, driving there, it was one of the worst. I slammed on my brakes so hard. My nose was like 2 inches from the windshield. Silka was there, and the car that cut us off, I couldn't see through their window, and I was in a flat front vehicle. Like the vehicles over there are flat, and we couldn't see through their window, and it was just total smoke everywhere. My knuckles. I thought we were gonna die. Anyways, we rented a big box truck in Germany. We go and we spend all day packing it up, and we had a van. 2 vans and a box truck that we went with, and we packed that all up and we took it back to Silka's parents' house at one point, and we had a couple garages rented there, and then we were shipping out of Frankfurt, Germany. We actually rented a partial warehouse with some German guys that would pack for us, and it was pretty fun. Jimmy, here's one for you.
Uh-oh.
Can I ask what Jimmy was using to wipe the glassware from the walk-in? Was it a dry cloth? Remember that glass you were cleaning?
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a dry cloth. It was just a cleaning solution. Unfortunately, well, probably the first time you've ever seen us clean glass, because usually everything we sell is
What do
We
dirty.
don't do that very often.
What is this?
Josh is like,
Work
what do
model.
you mean you're cleaning glass?
Never heard of it.
Well, he wasn't there last week, so I started to clean some glass.
Yeah, we cleaned some furniture
Yeah,
last week. Didn't
we did. We cleaned some
all turned
furniture.
out
But yeah,
pretty
it was just a little cleaning solution. But yeah, we.
I know we
sprayed
make
on
fun
the
of it,
towel.
but we do clean some stuff.
Yeah,
Occasionally.
I take a bath.
Here's one that says, please activate your eBay store. It's more complicated than just activating it, so you got to have it staffed and you got to have the whole system in place. And we've redone a lot of the antique center. We moved a lot of stuff around. We've changed the square footage where the eBay store used to be, no longer exists. We plan on eventually getting that stuff operational. Before we do those things, though, we have some goals set that we have to meet this year to get some other relocating of antiques done. So,
Yeah.
and then we'll actually be able to focus on some of that kind of stuff. Here's a good question. Jacob, you have bought so much jewelry, but do you see the sales slowing as you have sold so much on Whatnot, or do you think it will carry on selling well? We are
Talking
wholesalers.
about that this morning.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. Josh, you actually had a good answer to that question. What did you think? Because you're talking about gold and silver as well.
I told Jacob, I said, I think the prices are strong, and I think it's going to remain that way. Even in turn of economic times, gold and silver, they always have value.
Yeah.
They're holding that value. And I've noticed with the costume jewelry, it's all holding value strong. And I watch the sales in the malls, and they're separating it out. They're turning it for a good profit. And like you said, we're wholesalers. So as long as they're turning it for a profit, we're able to push it out to them.
Yeah, and I mean, something he said the other day was talking about things people can collect and get and use and pass down and they have room for it is jewelry.
Yeah.
Always enough room for another ring.
Always,
right?
yes,
Or
there's
another
always
band.
enough room.
Oh, you
for,
can.
Yeah, hey, she's
Always
just
enough room
like
for another one.
Yeah, my
Always.
wife's the same way. There's another piece of jewelry. I want another piece of jewelry. And all this jewelry we're talking about, though, I went the other day, I was like, you know what, I think I'm just going to do a little quick inventory at the house of my wife's jewelry. I mean, just kind of look. I go to the jewelry chest over there, and she actually has one of the old jewelry chests, because she's got it, it's packed full of stuff.
What'd you
Like,
tell me was on the tray in
Oh, yeah.
the window?
in the tray in the window in the kitchen, she's got like 20 rings.
That's all gold rings.
They're all
Like,
gold rings.
Don't tell everybody that, Jimmy.
I was like,
So you got them in the safe now.
Yeah, they're all put up. But we were
well, that's
talking
what
about.
I
He's like,
told her.
"You
I
gotta
said,
put
why
those
do you
up."
have these out? She's like, what?
What's
They're-
in your toothbrush?
So yeah, I actually
Jewelry.
made her put
Yeah.
them up.
No, I don't.
I did.
I'm lucky. My wife doesn't like jewelry.
Wow,
I
but
like
that's
it.
why
I'm
you
just
deal
saying.
with it.
That's
Now
why-
I know why
Yeah,
he deals
this
it.
is why he deals in jewelry. Yeah.
She doesn't have any. She's got like
We
2
gotta
rings.
work on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Toothbrush drawer, and when he opens it, his toothbrush is on the right, and the rest it's full of jewelry.
That's funny. Hey Jacob, how did the shop the warehouse sale go? That's this Friday for our vendors. We'll let you know next week. I'm gonna film some down there.
We're gonna get it ready today.
We got to get it ready today. Josh and Jimmy are gonna work on it all week, pretty hard, and we're gonna get that ready. We're gonna have shop the warehouse Friday with our Heart of Ohio vendors only. They're the only ones invited. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Next question. Shoot. Is there any more? Here's one. Jimmy is so cool. That's just a comment.
I
thought I'd share that.
That's a good comment. Really.
Jimmy is
He's
so
a pretty
cool.
good guy.
He is.
Hey, we have fun. We enjoy each other. That's for sure.
All right, here we go. Which brother is Meemaw's favorite?
Let's answer it at the same time.
What?
1, 2, 3.
Josh. Josh.
Oh, they watched enough video. They know.
Yeah.
who
Well,
the
here's the
favorite
thing: is if I'm trying to find mom and dad, where do you go?
Jacobs.
Well, I think partially,
Me too.
partially though, is because Dad, Dad was an auctioneer in the antiques business our whole lives, and Mom, and so I've naturally been doing a lot more with them our whole lives in the business. I think naturally that happened a little bit, that they come here more often, and because of the business, because Dad was an auctioneer first, and I started managing the auction house in Donaldsville when I was a teenager, and it was Mom and Dad's auction, and so we did a lot of buying and selling together, and kind of the same interest there a lot. How is granddaughter Rose growing? Is she going to be an older sister in a few months? So Rose, I don't know that she's going to be an older sister in a few months. Maybe you guys know something I know.
You know something.
Who made that come?
Yeah. Who put that in? Did Noah slip that in there?
Rose is doing awesome, but Kaylin is pregnant. My other daughter is pregnant. My daughter is pregnant.
She's going to
Kaylin.
be an aunt.
So Rose will be an aunt. No, she'll be a cousin.
she'll be a
cousin.
She'll be
Yeah.
a cousin.
Oh, cousin.
Cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
she'll be
mind.
cousin.
I was thinking my wife.
Your wife will be
She'll
an
be
aunt.
an aunt. Yeah. Rose will be an aunt.
I think that was my last question presented. There we go. So it's been an interesting week. We got the jewelry deal bought. We got graduations done. Jimmy's been hitting yard sales like crazy.
They've been actually, Jay. They've been good this week. They're not always that
There's
good.
been
but
a
the last
ton of
couple
yard sales.
Yeah, there's been so many yard sales lately, and
I haven't hit any of them.
I've only hit like 2.
Oh, I haven't. I've hit
Jimmy's
probably.
been tearing it up.
Yeah.
I'm back.
We saw you at multiple ones.
I
What's
was
funny is Dad comes in sometimes after Jimmy and gets me like, what'd you get?
I seen him the other day. Well, he was
Jimmy's buys.
He came at
Kicks it over.
yard sale. He came in some yard sales. I seen him at a yard sale, the place we were yard selling, this trailer court.
You
I was
want
at
to go to the next one?
entrance. Well, he pulled up beside me. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I just got finished yard selling in here." And he was like, "Oh." He goes, "You already been in there?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I got some stuff." So he showed me some stuff in the car that he got.
Did he?
Yeah, and I was excited about it. I mean, that's
He
good.
got some good stuff.
He got some good stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, "Did you get anything?" I said, "Well, I got a couple things." I mean, it kind of felt bad. Over and showed me. He was like,
He shook his head like,
Oh.
I can't believe you got.
"Yeah,
You better start taking him with you.
I know." Well,
Let him drop him off at the
here's
front
thing
and then
is,
go
well,
park.
Shannon, the other day, we went in town yard selling, and there was one specific she wanted to go to. And I said, "Okay." So we drive up there, and we pass a bunch of them to get to this house. She gets out and goes. Well, I get in the car and turn around and head back the other way. I did not want. They were selling clothes and purses. That's not what I wanted. I turned around and go back there. She goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'll be back." She calls me on my phone like 2 minutes later. "Don't leave me. Come back and get me." And I was like, but she learns I go at a pretty fast pace.
Do you remember, Josh, last year? I don't think we've talked about this on YouTube. The yard sale you and I went to.
Yeah. So I showed up at this yard sale, and when I walked in the front, there wasn't much when we drove
Outside,
by, on the
yeah,
outside. And then you walk into the house, and they had all kinds of really nice stuff in the house. And I started looking, and at one item it said 25 on it, and I was like, man, I think I'm gonna buy it. So I was like, well, what do you take for this? And they're like, well, we got a quarter on it. What else do you want off? I'm like, I thought they had $25 on it, and I was like, well, I want that. And then I started looking around, and I was like, are all these 25 and 50 cents? And they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of it. And they had a whole trailer full of stuff that they were putting into the house.
Yeah, they were still unpacking it.
Yeah. So I called Jacob. I was like, man, you got to come back. I know there's a lot of great stuff here, but I don't know what everything is. We ended up buying.
We filled my Suburban.
Yeah, we bought a lot of stuff.
A ton of stuff. And then we were buying like jars of jewelry. We ended up sorting out later. A lot of gold and silver found in the jars.
It was something.
It was pretty good sale.
And they were just like, man, they were just clearing it out. And they were doing the same thing with the stuff out front.
Mm-hmm.
It was just they wanted rid of everything.
Yep.
And that was their goal.
It was $2 and $3 and $4 or less.
Yeah.
Like that was the bigger stuff might
Yeah.
be $2, $3, $4. Anything this size was 50 cents, $1. It was all by size. They valued everything by size.
Yep.
Well, I even learned something this week too. I mean, the vase that I bought, that Metropolitan
MMA?
Yeah, the MMA. I didn't know what that meant on the bottom of it. I knew it was a pretty cool, vase and actually a picture, and how it was made. I was like, that is made. But when I seen the bottom of it, I was like, that means I didn't know what that meant. Jacob told me when I got there that it was.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool piece. You got a nice MMA picture. Well, guys, Coffee Talk today. You never know what we're going to talk about. Keep throwing questions out. We'll try and answer them on Coffee Talk days. And this is Emily again, man. She's enjoying this. She runs Copper Top Farms and Flowers, the bed and breakfast. Or what is it called? How do they?
Copper Top
Airbnb.
At the Copper Top House.
Copper
at
Top
Airbnb.
House. Airbnb. If you want to come to Springfield, Ohio, and it's available, jump in there. It's an awesome place.
If it's available.
If it's available.
A lot of people that
I
shop
have-
the antique center, they'll come there.
Yeah,
and
I've
stay.
had quite a few people.
Yeah.
It's
But-
booking
So what, 15
November.
Yeah.
Is my next opening.
It doesn't take long to get to
This week coming up, what do we got going on this week? We have our shop, the warehouse, on Friday.
That's the biggie.
We
And
got a
then
Thursday.
somebody's going on vacation.
I'm going.
You're not even going to be there Friday.
He's
are
not
you?
gonna be there.
I'm not going to be there Friday.
All
He's
this-
ghosting us
I was gonna
this
say, He's
week.
been talking all this trash for the past week.
I am. Well,
I'm gonna
I have
get
a
him back.
family. I'm taking up our family, my family down. We're going down to Norris Lake for a week.
All I
Norris?
hear is he's
Yeah,
not
we're
going to be
Norris
here
for a week.
Yeah.
when we need him.
We need him.
Well, I think I got everything arranged and set up and ready to go, so I could leave for the week.
Okay, so
you
Friday,
have fun.
Friday, shop the warehouse. We've got Thursday. We have our Brunners.com auction. Tonight is Monday night. We have a big time Whatnot show tonight. Lundberg, incredible collection. Tuesday we'll have Ephemera. Wednesday, Lucas is going to run the Whatnot live from the heart. We'll do at least one sale Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night. Not sure which night yet this week. Probably not Friday since we're doing the warehouse. So I'll probably kick that to Saturday or Sunday night. We'll do a jewelry sale from the house here with a glass of wine and some jewelry. So that being said, guys, we're selling a lot. Come see us at the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. If you haven't came yet, if you do come, let us know and we'll buy you lunch. One of us will. We'll get you lunch. I think somebody else just showed up. We're going to call it a day. That's probably Pat Paul.
I just said that.
That's Pat Paul. Again, like, subscribe, comment. We'd love to hear it, especially the comments. We appreciate it, guys. Continue to watch us and tell your friends.